Hello everyone, my name is Compass Box and today we're reviewing Eddie. Or maybe the other way around. Whichever, doesn't really matter. So I was originally just going to shoot a video for today, put it up like we usually do, but I didn't really feel like editing. Yeah. And I figured I'm not doing anything else. So I'm just going to hang out here. If anyone actually comes on, that's fine. I'll chat, I'll hang out. If no one does, then this is basically just another review, so not a big deal. I'm just going to shoot it. I got my little man, Mr. Scabies, here with me because Erica's actually working. Erica's over in the corner right now. You may hear her tip-tapping in the background. If that gets too loud, let me know, and we'll work on that. But yeah. So it looks like we have two in the chat. So hello, folks. Good to see you. Not sure who you are. I think Mark Townsend was in from still in Canada. So good to see you. He's actually at the distillery. I was wondering, Mark, what are you making right now? I was wondering if you were making sanitizer, because that seems to be the thing all the craft distilleries are making right now is hand sanitizer, just because there's such a big demand for it, which is also a good way to keep making money as long as if people aren't buying a lot of booze right now. So yeah. But anyway, we came here to talk about a little Compass Box. Oh, hey, Bradley Clare and Mike Lizak. There we go. The comments just cut in. So, oh, and Jeffrey Patron. Good to see you too. Yeah, the comments are cutting in a little slow right now, so sorry if I'm behind on those. But yeah, as long as they're working. Yes, Mr. Scabies says hi. Jeffrey. Hello. Or I don't know. Should he have a high voice or like a threatening voice? Like, hello, I'm Mr. Scabies. Let me eat your eyeballs. Either way. Hey, Eric Wayne Anderson. How you doing? I'm not sure. Have I seen you in here before, Eric? If I have, I'm sorry. I'm not very good with remembering things. Anyway, okay. We're drinking Compass Box. This is No.2. So, yeah, this is one we've had on stream before. We never like devoted a whole video to it, which is really dumb. And I can't believe we haven't, because it seems like the kind of thing we should have done a review on way sooner than this. And plus, we've been working on it. Me and the old man had some. Me and Erica have had some. It's been around for a minute. So one of my favorite things to do. Okay, also check out this packaging. It's a very nice tube. I don't usually give two craps about the packaging, but it's a very nice tube. It's cool looking, and I don't know what all the little symbols mean. They got a little Easter Island head, got some granary, pipe tobacco. I think that one's self-explanatory. Some dude running with the state of Massachusetts in his hand, I guess. I don't know what that is. A little lady in her skirts, and a pineapple. It's either a pineapple or a thistle. Can't tell which. But yeah, Eric Wayne Anderson is saying he usually misses the live streams because of work. Oh, well, I'm glad that you could make this one. That's fun. That's one of the benefits of doing these live streams at weird times, especially because our usual time slots seem to be getting taken up. There's a lot of whiskey channels right now, and they're all doing live streams at the same time. I know 8 o'clock on Thursday, our last live stream, there was like 5 channels all going at once or something ridiculous. Yeah, so whatever. That's the beauty of daytime drinking. No, here's the thing. Okay, one of my favorite things to do when I pour a peated dram is like not even get up in there at first, not even like smell it up in there right away, but first just let that sit and let the room fill up with the peaty smoke smell. This one's interesting too, because I think for this one, the peaty smoke smell that inundates the room when you first pour it is different from what you get when you stick your nose in the Glencairn. Because when you first pour this one, it smells ashy. It smells like charred meat. like just burning over a pit fire kind of thing. But when you start to get into it, it changes a little bit. Like, you know, you do a little swoop in. Yeah, right about there, you start getting a really funky, like, it's like really funky seaweed, touch of medicinal. It's smoky, but it's like way, way, way more seaweedy than you'd expect, based on like the first wafting. That is actually pretty sweet smoke. So this is 75.5% Kalila from Refill Sherry Butts. And Kalila has a reputation for being pretty funky, a unique funk, I will say. It's not like that really, how would I describe it? It's not the kind of almost egginess you get from Campbelltown. It's certainly not as medicinal as Lefroy. It's not as meaty as Ardbeg, but maybe there's elements of all of that. Eggy, medicinal, salty, little bit of all that in there, just not one dominating. Then the other, there's also 10.5% Talisker. Now, I feel like I always hate looking at the box for Compass Box beforehand, simply because then it always like colors my like tasting notes, right? I'm like, where's the Talisker? I gotta find the Talisker. Where's the Kalila? I gotta find the Kalila. The Kalila is very obvious on this one. And I suppose the Talisker could be some of that seaweediness, but honestly, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think of Talisker as a seaweedy whiskey? I mean, it's certainly salty, right? Or salt watery, but is it seaweedy? Does it have that vegetal kind of note? I think those are two different things. There's salty smoky, there's salty seaweedy, and I don't know if they're necessarily they're similar, but they're not interchangeable. Got a little yeah, Brad, being insanely open about what's in everything is a double-edged sword. Yeah, I like to try to go into these things blind, but then if I'm doing a review or a video like this, obviously I want to be able to tell people what is the blend. Yeah, so, but yeah. Now the thing is, the other thing I don't trust like the official tasting notes, right? Pretty much ever. Except I will say for these guys, the one thing they really talked about was the fact that this has like a cherry note to it. They kind of nailed that one on the head. It actually does have, it's not a super sweet bourbon cherry. It's more of like a dark sour cherry. Yeah. Like a dark sour cherry mingled in with that smokiness. But it finishes out on like a fruity cake frosting almost. It's still dry. It's not like overly sweet, blah, blah, blah. But I think those Refill Sherry Butts gave it quite a bit of that. Some sweeter, fruitier flavors. Hey, Ben Eves. How's it going, man? Brad LeClaire, when he thinks seaweedy, he thinks Ardbeg Kelpie. Yeah, that is true. Got some of that right here. We can do an A and B. But that one is pretty salty. That one is very seaweedy. It's not seaweedy enough for Erica. Also, oh hey, Emily Chambers, how you doing? Good to see you. Glad to see some folks who sometimes can't make it to our regular scheduled ones. But yeah, that one is very salty. Not salty enough for Erica. She's always just like, she thinks it's a sad pretender to the Lefroy cast strength throne. Should I put this? Can I put this somehow so people can see it? Not really. I've got a weird setup today. I'm not doing the nice setup. I just threw the laptop on the table. There is there's a maltiness, there's a little bit of a citrusy thing. I wonder if that's because this also has just a touch of the, what do you call it? Highland malt stuff, Climb Leash, rejuvenated hogsheads. Actually, they got the Talisker from rejuvenated hogsheads too. And then batted malt from 3 Highland single malts finished in French oak barrels. Sometimes I feel like Compass Box is just kind of using those vatted malts just as filler. I don't know. I don't know if that's fair or if they actually have like if that's actually an artistic choice. I don't want to be too cynical. So, hey, Dustin. Dustin's saying it's a very boring whiskey. Dustin's just a grumpy old man. That's Dustin for you. Dustin doesn't like to be happy about anything. I will say it's not an extreme flavor profile, which I don't think Compass Box does a lot of really extreme stuff. They generally I feel like even there's things that are using very old malt or very weird things. I feel like they generally go for a more subtle, nuanced approach. Whereas I know on this channel, we generally tend to drink things that are pretty extreme. So like if you're really in love with really excessively peaty, heavy craziness, or even like that really sulfury, heavy sherriedness or anything like that, yeah, I wouldn't say it's like extreme in any one way, but I think they make solid, nuanced things with a lot of subtlety that I think you can pour over. Now, they may not kick your teeth in like other brands, but I don't think that's what they're going for. They really do pride themselves on their very artistic and nuanced blending style. All right, but Dustin, I'll bite. When do you think what was the fall of Compass Box? What do you think? What do you think was the thing that changed that? Mike Wizek says, yeah, sleepaway camp at the Compass Box blending room would be nice. For sure. Mr. Scabies, he's going to sit up here now. See, Dustin, I don't think this is a bad whiskey. I don't think it's a boring whiskey. Like I say, I don't think it's the most extreme peaty whiskey I've had. I wasn't that big a fan of Peat Monster, which they compared this to. They compared this to like a beefed up Peat Monster. That's kind of fair. That's kind of fair because this is much more beefy than the Peat Monster. I thought the Peat Monster was just kind of, it's okay. It's okay. This one is beefier though. This one's beefier. Dustin's saying they just can't get those old casks anymore and keep needing to use younger and younger malts. Yeah, I mean, there's some truth to that. There's some truth to that across the board, though, isn't there? I will say I don't mind younger malts, depending on what kind of malt you're talking about, right? I'll take my Islas as young as they come. So especially like this, if this is young Kalila, that's fine by me. I'm not worried about it. Oh, Vito's here. Vito's here to heckle me. He's saying, drink more, you crazy Viking. Yes, sir. I'm going to put a drop of water in this, see what happens. I do really love the finish on this. The finish on this is a nice blend. Not blend, you know what I mean. It's a nice mixture of flavors. I'm talking like the old man. It's a nice mixture of flavors of a little bit of pepper, maybe a touch of something kind of like fir tree and those fruity notes. I think that is pretty nice. Dustin, their Highland blend doesn't need to be young. That's true. That's true. Especially because Highland whiskey can come off as very, very funky. And I will say, well, here's the thing. Two of my favorite Compass boxes were, well, Tobias and the Angel, which is fucking ancient. And the Hedonism, because I love grain whiskey. And I'm not of the opinion grain whiskey necessarily needs to be as old as a lot of other people think. If you do grain whiskey right, I think you can use a younger grain whiskey, and I think you're okay. That said, Highland malt does have an issue where, especially like Speyside stuff, it has a weird metallic funkiness or tang, I guess you would say, that I think you kind of have to age out. So yeah, that's true. Yes, Steve, we are day drinking, and yes, Vito, you're a sir, but the most disreputable sir I know. Dustin says he likes the Muse, but he doesn't like the standard hedonism. I would love to try the Muse. And yes, Ben, you are walking into something beautiful, or something hideous, depending on how the day goes. Okay, I don't like this with water. You know, what was that? 48.9%. So not a bad ABV. What is that, like 97.8 proof? Not bad. Oh, Ben, he can't stay long. The kids are doing homework and I have a potty mouth. I'm sorry. You know, when we first started these live streams, I said I wasn't going to swear at all. That fell apart quickly. See, here's the thing. That pretty much killed the smoke on this. That pretty much killed the smoke, which was, I was just saying, this is a beefier. If this is supposed to be the beefier peat monster, you kind of want that smoke. We want smoke. Gotta have that smoke. This is much more grassy. Oh, just teasing. That's fine. I know I swear too much. Hey, Jason, how you doing, man? I haven't watched your video from today. I just saw the thumbnail. Looks super interesting. I'm going to get on that after I finish this, if I am still coherent. Yeah, but that's interesting. Whatever Kalila funky smokiness got dialed back a lot with the water. There's really no more ash. There's really not a lot of meat. It's very vegetal. It's a little salty. There's a lot of malt there. There's a lot more malt. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of that Kleinleich showing through. Mike, no, luckily for you guys and the YouTube terms of contract, I am in fact wearing pants. So far. Yeah. This is still interesting. But the water kind of ruined it for me. The water kind of ruined it for me. It's not quite what it was when it came out of the bottle. What are you gonna do? Hey, Patrick Homer, Slancha Gotza. Jason says he's in breach of contract. Ben had the Compass Box Glasgow blend and Springbank 10 last night. Yeah, okay, Dustin, in fairness, it is boring with water in it. I will grant you that. I'm not arguing there. So yeah, I think there are very few whiskeys I really recommend watering down or putting any water in, really. Kind of maybe counterintuitively, a lot of the Octomores I really like putting the a couple drops of water in. I think those are helped quite a bit. Benny's is heading out. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah. I don't know what the problem is. The problem is Kalila just too generic of an Isla to base your blend off of? Is that the problem? Is Kalila too is Kalila just it's smoky, it's a little vegetally, it's not bad, but would like future no names, if they could get Laphroaig, I mean, they're probably not going to. Definitely never going to get Ardbeg for it. I mean, let's face it. But like, would the perfect no name be a Laphroaig based whiskey? I'd probably say yeah. I'd probably say yeah. I think this could be for 75% Kalila. This is good. This is good. Could it be even beefier though? Yes, it could be meatier. I will say that. I think this is, despite Dustin's naysaying, I think this is a great whiskey. I don't remember what I paid for this, 100 something. I don't even remember. I think this is a great whiskey. The problem is it gets outshone. If you're looking for subtle, nuanced complexity, this is great. If you're looking for a big blast of exciting, kick your teeth in peat, buy Kilchoman or Ardbeg or Laphroaig. You know what I mean? Oh, number 1 was Ardbeg? I didn't even know that. I never had number 1, so that would probably be pretty damn good. Brad Leclerc should be number 3. Should be Laphroaig, just to try it. Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing. I think Ardbeg, Laphroaig, and Lagavulin all have they've carved out the niches within peatiness, right? To a certain extent. Whether you want spicy, sweet peat, whether you want super medicinally seaweedy peat, or whether you want just meaty smokiness, right? I mean, for all 3 of those, like which do you want to go for, right? Whereas Kalila is just kind of, does it come off as just generically Isla? Maybe a little bit. Yeah. Jeffrey Tron saying number 1 is one of his favorite Compass Box releases. Yeah, I believe it. I would love to try it. Probably not going to find it at this point, but what are you going to do? Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. And that's also what I like about Kilchoman. I feel like Kilchoman is carving out their own little section of peatiness, just because some of the Kilchoman releases are just the most purely smoke forward of any of the Islas I've had, right? Laphroaig is smoky, Ardbeg is smoky, Port Charlotte stuff is very smoky, but they usually have underlying stuff as well. I mean, Port Charlotte does all sorts of weird stuff, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I feel like with some of the Kilchoman releases, you get that really just charred, burned, motherfucking kick your goddamn ass smoke all goddamn day. And they do other finishes and stuff, mix it up, kind of like Port Charlotte does, I guess. But yeah, I'm thinking that's kind of what you need to do in the Isla market right now, is carve out your own little niche, or just do Bunnahabhain and do a bunch of unpeated stuff, because I mean that's its own niche in and of itself. No name number 1 was 80% 13-year-old Ardbeg. Yeah, see, that sounds awesome. Oh, Jeffrey, you don't have to do that. You don't have to be so generous. You already sent me a bunch of stuff, so don't worry about it. Trash Panda, yeah, this is Mr. Scabies. If you haven't been introduced to Mr. Scabies, he's my co-host for the night or the day. Erica's actually in the room right now. She's over there working while I'm sitting here drinking. So if you hear her tip tapping in the background, that's her. She's in the middle of her like big springtime like deal thing where they give better rates on loans, which I guess banks do. But it's falling at the same time in this fucking pandemic. So she's very stressed out, and she's being nice enough to let me stream in here while she's working. So yeah, and actually, so I was thinking, why don't we do this? Because Brad LeClaire had mentioned the Ardbeg Kelpie a little while ago as being, sorry, camera's going to shake whenever I put something on the table. I don't have the best setup right now. As being like super seaweedy, I'd like to compare the two because that's really what I'm getting in terms of peat off of this No Name No.2. It is quite seaweedy in the kind of smoke. So let's see what happens when we compare the two. I'm gonna have to pour a little bit extra No Name because I watered that crap down. So yeah. Also, here's some news. Hey, Joey Short Pants, how you doing, man? Good to see you. He's just dropping in to say hi. He loves the No Name #1 and the #2. #1 is impossible to find anymore. Yeah, that's my understanding. And we were just talking about some people's proclivities towards the #1 versus the #2. I'm unemployed, Swami. So man, I can drink whenever. Shit. I've been up since 1 o'clock, so I'm just here to drink. I went out and voted this morning at 7 o'clock in the morning because even though we're under lockdown, apparently we still have to vote in person because our state assembly is trash. No, we are not doing another 11 hours today. This is going like an hour and a half tops. All right. So we got No Name over here. Let's set the bottle or the case right here so I remember. No Name right here. Boop. And we got the Ardbeg on the other side. Oh yeah. It's night and day. It really is. Night and day. Yeah, state voting today. But Wisconsin is full of idiots. So we had to vote in person. Now so this is on the nose is already much fruitier, much sweeter. I'm talking about the Compass Box here. Compass Box is already fruitier, sweeter, little bit of plum. Maybe not even plum. Maybe like some sort of red berry, raspberry or something. I'm not even getting cherry anymore. Whereas this Kelpie, on the other hand, that is way more dark, rubbery, salty. That's like burned rubber in a tree trunk. And then you lit both of them on fire. Eric Wayne Anderson. So that's why you left Wisconsin for the idiots in Oregon. Yeah, people are idiots everywhere, huh? Yeah, I will say the Ardbeg is much more petrochemically, but it's not that really high petrochemically burn like Connemara. Connemara cast strength, for example, is super fucking burned plastic, overheated computer, you know, burning mineral spirits kind of thing. This is more like tarmac. Steve A says, yet for some reason we keep tuning in. I don't know, man. Y'all make bad choices. I'm perfectly happy with the choices I make. Yeah, on the nose, that it's you get less vegetation just because there is so much of that big smoky tarmac. Or what's the term? What's the other term for that stuff? Stuff they lay on the asphalt? Yeah. Hot asphalt. It's hot asphalt on a summer day. Okay. Here's the difference between the two. This one is like you poured granulated Compass Box is like you poured granulated sugar over stone fruit, mixed it with some berries, some ash, some smoke, and some, I don't know. Yeah, it's got that seaweediness. But Ardbeg Kelpie, it's a different horse altogether. This is seaweedy with caramel, like salted caramel, really, really heavy salted caramel and dark chocolate, burned tarmac, but then it finishes surprisingly sweet. For what you get on the nose, you would think it would be just completely dry, burning. It actually has quite a bit more caramel on the finish. Almost like if you poured burning asphalt over like old Kentucky nut cake, which sounds horrible, right? I mean, it sounds like someone's trying to poison you, but yeah, it's not bad. Creosote. Oh, that's a good one. Creosote. Yeah, and here's the thing. I could understand what Dustin was saying earlier. Like, this is a more, like he was saying, it was a boring whiskey. I don't agree. But this is, you can tell there's a little bit more of a lighter, more Highland style influence on this one. I mean, they didn't use much Highland or Speyside stuff at all. There's a little bit of Clynelish, a little bit of Highland stuff. But that citrusy note comes out quite a bit when compared to the Ardbeg Kelpie, right? That Ardbeg Kelpie, that is full on dark burnt sugar, burning motherfucking horse shit, just nothing but. This one is lighter, more easygoing, as it were. But to be fair, does the Ardbeg Kelpie lack some of those subtle fruity notes? Maybe. I would say. Yes, Stitch in Time. We sure are day drinking. Bradley Quest says, "Oh, Kentucky nut cake sounds like somebody doesn't want to look up on Urban Dictionary." It does. I don't know. That sounds like some sort of terrible sex act. Something involving testicles, I'm sure. Jason says, is what I call a girl I dated in Kentucky. It's actually my old man's favorite kind of cake. We make it every year for him for his birthday. So Mike, don't give Brad ideas. He doesn't need any more encouragement. He already gets up to all kinds of trouble. Does that one website you made for us still exist, Brad? I think it redirects to Crown Royal Vanilla. No, Brad. No, you can do it. I don't give two shits. My name has been tarnished enough. I will say, okay, the Kelpie is very salty, but it is so much more full-throated in all its other flavors. That saltiness, the seaweediness, doesn't actually stand out as much as with the Compass Box No Name. I really don't think so. Just on the nose, you get, it's a lighter, less earthy, less smoky taste for sure. Nonetheless, though, this is more seaweedy, but it's more like seaweed crisps or something. Seaweed, some sort of processed seaweed. Seaweed in sushi. This shit's like natural seaweed mixed with burning rubber. This shit's like sweetened, some sort of sweetened seaweed. Yeah, yeah. They're both good. They're different. I mean, that's the thing about Isla, right? They are like, yeah, it's all peated or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But god damn, does distillery character make a huge difference. Especially because, I mean, these guys are using what? Virgin casks from the Black Sea coast. Yeah. This is crazy flavorful. It's also probably one of our favorite Arbegs. We've been working on that for a minute. It's probably Erica's favorite Arbeg. Well, aside from Supernova. Supernova beats this, but just because it is the closest to Lefroy. Jeffrey, I don't know what you're up to, but it sounds bad. Oh, make No Name 2 bad. I thought you were talking to Brad for a second. BHAD. Okay. I got to make No Name 2 bad? Okay. I can do that. I can do that. I think we need some rules. We need to set down some ground rules to ensure, like, I can't just pour a bunch of mezcal in it or something. Like, we need to have like certain rules about percentages and what kind of whiskey I can use. I'm going to think about that, though. I'm going to think about that. Oh, I did want to talk about one more. Because we recently had the cast strength version of, what was I going to say? Connemara on the show. That was one of the ones that we've been trying to introduce Erica to Irish whiskey. And that being like the only peated Irish whiskey right now, I wanted to give her some of that. But I was drinking some Kilchoman 100% Isla the other day. And you guys all know how much I loves me my Kilchoman. Base whiskey should be at least 51% of the blend. Yes, that is always going to be rule number one. Base whiskey always has to be 51% of the blend. Otherwise, what's the point? I'm also thinking like, oh, Jeffrey's heading out. Thank you for stopping by, Jeffrey. We love you. I don't know how much longer this is going to go anyway, because let's face it, it's the middle of the day. I don't know if this really needs to be a long thing, but if people are going to stick around, I'll keep talking. Okay, but this is the Kilchoman 100% Isla. This is, what is this? This is the bottle 2016 edition. Yeah, the 2016. I think everything is dated except the Makir and the, what's the other one? Sanag. Also, I don't know if you guys can see, we're starting to take the medallions off of all our Kilchomans and put them on the wall as we finish them. We're getting close on a couple of these. I really love me some Kilchoman. But this 100% Kilchoman, it's a lighter peated version of Kilchoman. The Makir Bay, I don't remember, it's at least, I think it's 35 to 40, something like that. This one is closer to Connemara, actually. I think it's in the 20-ish range. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. But this actually, I was drinking this the other day and I was like, holy shit, this is actually this is Connemara plus. Like, if you like Connemara, if you like that petrochemically taste, all that burning petrol smell, this is kind of what that is, only you added on a bunch of flavors. Like that Connemara it's very petrochemically, it's very like burning gasoline, blah, blah, blah. But this one has a similar thing going on, but like plus nuttiness, like almonds or cashews, plus a little bit of fruitiness. It's weird how close they are. And it's still got that, like that sweet honeyed kind of light, bready Irish taste, only filled out with those nutty tastes, with those more fruity kind of tastes. Because I gave some of this to Erica blind. I gave some of this to Erica blind, and she was like, "Is this Connemara?" And I was like, "No, it's Kilchoman. That's Kilchoman. That's just the 100% Islay." I don't know if it's the lighter peat on it or what, but it really is not as smoky as the rest of the Kilchoman line. It's much nuttier and much maltier. Ben says family resemblance between Ed and the Trash Panda. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm his papa. I had a tryst with with some local vermin in my youth. Spent a beautiful summer as fucking rats and other things. Oh, Mike's done with lunch. Hey, I'm glad we were able to hang out during your lunch hour. That's fun. Thanks for popping by, dude. There's a little bit of a weird banana bread thing going on in this Kilchoman, which I really dig. This is no longer about Compass Box, you guys. I'm sorry. If you guys came in expecting me to just talk about Compass Box, I'm sorry. We're off Compass Box. Now I'm talking about Kilchoman because I love Kilchoman. But yeah, it's banana bready. It's bready, nutty, little bit of like banana, maybe a touch of the tropical fruit. It's a lot of fun. But is it my favorite of the Kilchoman line? No, not by a long shot. And I think that's due to the fact that it's just not as smoke forward, and I think it's a fun expression. It's fun that they did it this 100% with Islay barley, using their local farm stuff. But is it as good as the others? No. Is it interesting? Sure. Steve A is saying comes back to No Name, number 2. Yeah, and day drinking. You've moved past the top on topic 2. Yeah, pretty much. That is it. Hey, Arthur Lopez is in, or AJ Lopez, as he's known now. Good to see you, buddy. Should he drink Ben Riach 10 or Brook Laddie Islay Barley 2011? I would go with the Brook Laddie. I don't know. Myself, maybe. I mean, we're kind of doing an Islay thing right now on this show. So maybe that's, kind of warping my perception. But, yeah, maybe do a little bit of that. I don't remember the last time I've had Ben Riach. I feel like it's been a goddamn elephant's age. Yay, Islay Barley. I influence people, which is a dangerous thing. I'm gonna go full Jeff Jones on you motherfuckers. We're all gonna drink the whiskey Kool-Aid. Was that too dark? Was that too grim of a joke? Should I dial that one back? Maybe. I think we joke about cultishness enough already. Oh, did I say hi to you, Matt? I don't know if I did. Oh, Jim Jones. Thank you. I gotta if I'm gonna make jokes about horrible tragedies, I should probably get the details right. Also, good to see you, Floyd. On that note, thank you for hopping in. I don't know if anyone else is drinking right now. Apparently my man Arthur is. He's drinking along with me. But I know most of you are probably having to be responsible adults right now in some capacity. A Coin's Age. I haven't heard that one. You know what it is? You know what it is about this Kilhoman? The nose is very nice. The nose is nice. It's smoky. It's nutty. It's smoky and ashy. It's a little meaty. Good to go. I really like it. But then the taste. I think it's the taste that doesn't quite live up to it. I think I still like it better than the Connemara. So if we're talking Connemara, right? And you're looking at this fella, this one has a similar backbone as the 100% Isla 6th edition. In that it's still petrochemically, it's still like a burning tire fire kind of thing. This is just more filled out with other notes. However, on the taste, I think the taste is what doesn't make it quite as good as other Kilhomans. It just doesn't follow through on the taste. It's not bad, but it's a little thin. It doesn't have the oiliness. It doesn't have the big punchy smoke. It's a subtler drink, but maybe not as complex as it needed to be. Didn't have the nuances it needed to really stand up to the rest of the range. That's what I think it is. But Steve A says he's being a nearly responsible semi-adult, almost adult. I mean, that's okay. We're all very juvenile on this show. I am anyway. The finish on this is super interesting. The finish on the Kilhoman, it's like a vanilla tart mixed with mint toothpaste, mixed with petrochemical fire, and just a touch of fruit. I don't know if I love it, but like, fuck it if it isn't interesting. Yeah. Oh, Max working at home. Yep, as we all should be, except for me, because I'm on the dole. I gotta say, I'm getting a little sick of being at home all the time. I don't know about you guys. Even like if I was able to work from home, I think I would be a little less crazy right now. But this like no working thing really messed with my schedule. Like I'm up my sleep schedule's all messed up. Yeah, and like I think I really need to get back to work as soon as possible. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my mind a little bit. But yes, everyone stay safe, stay inside, don't go out. We got to weather this thing together. Okay, I'm just going to pour a little bit of Connemara just to remind myself, because we were talking about comparing that to the Kilchoman. Yeah, see, I still think it has a very similar backbone. It's a sweeter, more lightly peated thing, a little bit of honey, a little bit of quite a bit of petrochemicaliness. Like I say, a burning tire fire. But that said, it's not as full. It doesn't have those extra spice notes, the walnutty notes, all that fun stuff that makes that Kilchoman 100% Isla more interesting. This is very much burning mineral spirits, which isn't, I don't hate it, but it's not as full. It's got a little bit of the fruitiness. It's got a slight, some sort of dark fruit, maybe a little bit of chocolate, but yeah, it's just not quite the same thing. Although, I will say, holds up a little better on the taste. It's got more smoke on the taste, the Connemara does, as opposed to the Kilchoman. The Kilchoman becomes very, very nutty, fruity on the taste. The Kilchoman has more smoke, which for someone who likes that extreme smokiness, for me, yeah, that's kind of important. Oh, Patrick has to go run the town's water plant. That's kind of important. You take care of that, Patrick. Sorry to make you crave whiskey. But yeah, I still do love Connemara. And actually, there is a nice, almost acidic fruitiness there that I dig. It's just, but yeah, it's not quite as voluptuous as other peated whiskeys, especially the Kilchoman line. Ben is saying, I think that Benriach 13 Madeira cask would be a decent entry dram for people into peated Scotch. Oh, neat. If I ever see that one around, I'll have to get some. Ben is also one of the few people to find my alt channel and subscribe to it. I've never actually posted anything on there, but now I'm wondering if maybe I should put something on there. I know Ben Eves was saying I should do some more serious content, and I don't think that would really fit into the Rock Gut review kind of stuff. So maybe that's what the alt channel will be for. I'll just put some dumb bullshit in there. Well, maybe not dumb bullshit. This is the dumb bullshit channel. That can be the serious content channel, where we talk about heavy stuff. Bradley Craig, does it have more subs than Jeremy's channel? No, I don't think it does, because literally Ben Demon Hunter is the only one who subbed to it. He's the only one who found it, apparently, which is fine, because that's all. I've literally never posted anything on there. Steve A says, right. Yeah, no, there's a good chance it'll still be dumb bullshit. Also, I did want to draw attention to these Maxkey glasses we got from Maxkey's Highland Foods. They sent us these after the Burns Day episode we did with their, what do you call it? Their haggis. They're fantastic little etchings. I love them. I love them. And I do love their haggis. They also ship it. If you're looking to buy some haggis, they also do ship it. They're the ones who, they actually provide all the haggis for all the Highland games around here and Scottish Fest. Seabay says Ben is not the only subscriber. Oh, my facts are outdated. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to actually start making content for that channel now, apparently. Oh, geez. Man, the content I made for this channel is already such shit. Do you really need another channel of complete bullshit? All right. I think I'm gonna finish up the stream, you guys. I don't wanna. I mean, we've been going for an hour. I mean, if you guys really want me to hang out, I can, but I think Erica needs her space back, and I don't need to get too blitzed in the middle of the day. But I'm gonna finish off with a little blend of No Name No.2 and Ardbeg Kelpie. Oh, my facts were correct when I started, but by the time we got to the end, they were outdated. Fair enough. Fair enough. Matt, there is no other channel. There is no other channel. There is an alt channel that I use for watching non-whiskey related things that Ben somehow found and subscribed to, but there is no other channel. Oh God, I'm gonna have to come up with some content for that piece of shit now. But yeah, so little No Name plus Ardbeg blend here. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think actually it thinned out the Ardbeg so much it basically just tastes like Kalila Funk now, which isn't horrible. It's not bad. I was expecting more of that rubberiness, the tarmackiness to make it through. So this other channel, that's where you sub to teen try-on hauls. I don't know what that is, but it sounds really creepy. Is that like people trying on clothes? The teen part's what makes me nervous. It sounds creepy as fuck. Actually, this isn't bad though. It reminds me of like tandoori chicken, like really burned tandoori chicken, kind of spicy and charred. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, this has been a surprisingly long live stream for me. I thought this might go like half an hour. I didn't think anyone would be around to hop on, but that's okay. I'm happy that you all came by. Mr. Scabies is also thankful. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm so glad to see you. Let me eat your tonsils. And until next time, make sure to hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't. Protect all your loved ones. Call your mother and tell her you love her, because I'm sure she misses you while you've all been inside. And until next time, make sure to stay rotten. Come on. End the broadcast. Come on, StreamYard. Wow. This is still, come on, StreamYard. God damn it.